102 Celtic fan groups have came out and bashed the club, but still Celtic refused to bash open that big war chest. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And what do Matthew Miles and the big Celtic signings have in common? They're all missing, buddy.
Oh aye, he's missing. Big Stevie ended him in 4K apparently. Well, that's what the comments are saying. And since the comments has to be treated as gospel according to him, they can never be deleted, brother. Then we have to treat it as that. So yeah, Big Stevie won. Double M nil.
Matthew Miles' comments are being held to review, just like all the Celtic transfer signings, all the good ones at least.
What about it? You've been MIA past couple of days. What about the end of the window?
Yeah, I've had a bad couple of days, guys, but a bad couple of days.
A bad couple of days?
How can you couple and then not use days in plural? That's a bit... How do you work that one?
I blame the schools.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, Celtic fans blame the board, so it's alright. I guess it's the school boards. Anyway, yeah, I've had a bad couple of days, but maybe not as bad as the Celtic fans have, because they're actually having a meltdown here. You know, they have completely... thrown their club and their board and everything associated with the football team under the bus. Not happy with the transfer window, despite being top of the league and despite being unbeaten and despite not conceding a goal. They think they've had a disastrous start to the season, so I can only imagine how the Celtic fans would be reacting if their team was the team in blue.
Yep, that is a big question. Are we going to give the answers here? Potentially, but the thing that pisses me off the most about it is Brendan Rodgers. Where's the accountability on him and his players, right? They're still saying that Celtic are going to win the league, which is fair enough. Why wouldn't they win the league? They've still got the best squad, regardless of the players that they've brought in, or lack of. So therefore, what about those two games against Karat? Right? Yeah, you can blame you can blame the board all you want, right? And yeah, they should have strengthened. See the fact they sold Adamida and brought in Ian Atchell, who looks fat and out of shape. That's no right. They still should have brought someone in. But when is some amount of blame actually going to land on Brendan Rodgers and the players? When's that going to hit home? Talk of Brendan Rodgers walking this week. I think Celtic's very lucky that we're actually during the international break, because I think there would be shocks. I think there would be barricades.
I don't think Rodgers will walk because the hassle he got last time when he walked. I think you'll see it as contract. You'll see it as time at the club. But I certainly rule out Brendan Rodgers staying beyond this year. I don't even think it's a possibility. I would say you're as close. I'd give it just 1% at best.
To me, it makes no sense why he'd walk. He's a Celtic man, and he's a good manager. And realistically, I would say Celtic winning the league this year, they've got more of a chance of winning it with him.
Well, no, but I never said he's walking. I said I think he's got no chance of staying on.
No, I know. I don't understand the point of Brendan Rodgers walking. If he's a Celtic man, he obviously backs himself. The only reason it would make sense for me for Rodgers to walk was
if he got offered a job, like, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but take that out of the equation. The only reason it makes sense for him to walk, if he believes he can't win stuff with Celtic this year, and he'd rather give it to someone else because he supports the club, and he'd rather that happen. But obviously he's a good manager and he will go on to win something probably. We'll have to wait and see. That's what the season holds. January, not that long away. But, what about Hearts? Any chance Hearts could win the league this year?
Quietly optimistic, but we'll see.
Tell you what, man. See, I can't remember the last time a team outside the top two had a greater chance of winning the league as this. I mean, you could say Aberdeen, right?
That seems like an school failure there.
What did I say? I thought it sounded alright, no?
No.
What did it sound like? What did I say?
Just carry on.
Right, well, point is, right, take out the 2010s when Rangers weren't in the Premiership. Name me a year where a team you thought had a chance of winning the league outside the top two.
2005.
But they didn't. You know what I mean, though? So, this season...
That wasn't the question. You said
this season's not written yet.
You said name me a time when you felt like a team had a chance of winning the league outside the top two. I said 2005.
Yeah.
And then you went, no, but they didn't. The question wasn't here, when was the last time a team actually won the league outside the top two?
Yeah, no, but I'm shooting you down. I'm saying, good answer. But will they do it this time?
Well, it doesn't matter, even if they don't do it.
Right then.
Yeah, but that's like saying, oh, well, if they don't do it but they finish a point behind, well, they didn't do it, so you have to go back even further than that.
Yeah, Russell Martin's a toss pot. I need someone to step up to task.
Your pot's been tossed, I think, man, too many times.
Right, we're ready to dive into this. What do you make of the 102 Celtic fan groups? Is it pathetic?
They're entitled bastards, man. I still can't believe the way they're getting on. Oh, the board, this, the board. Look at the success your club's had in comparison to every other team in Scotland.
That's not good enough.
You've got the audacity, man, to be wanting the board out. Oh, Dermot Desmond can't he play a round of golf? So hold on a minute. Hold on. No, I watched. So hold on. Specky118 can go and watch gay wrestling and spend his money travelling the world and going to Dublin and going to Paris. He can go and watch all that shit. But Dermot Desmond can't he play a round of golf?
After delivering trebles?
So Dermot Desmond, right, can he go and play a genuine sport, a respectable sport? He can't go and shoot 18 holes, Dix. He can't go and shoot 18 holes with respectable people. But Ryan118 can travel the world and miss an Old Firm game, which, yeah, with hindsight, didn't miss much. But he can go and watch wrestling. Men in tights pretending to fight. And he's great, he's allowed to do that. But Dermot Desmond, for the love of God, can't have a game of golf. You know what I mean? The guy who's put millions into the club and won them trophy after trophy after trophy can't play a game of golf. But the guy that buys the odd shirt once a year, and to be honest, makes more money off Celtic than he puts into the club because of his channel, he's allowed to spend that money that he makes talking about Celtic to go and watch it, and he's fine. He can do that. But oh no, Dermot Desmond's not allowed to play a round of golf unless he spends 150 million on bringing Isaac into the club. Piss off.
Folk football make more money than we put into our clubs. So you're not allowed to criticise Derek McInnes then?
Fuck, I haven't bought the last Hearts shirt for like 2 seasons, actually. That's a disgrace.
I'd say for 2 decades. Since 2005 in the field fucking title run.
No, it's been 2 years. Okay, that's at your order. Imagine if I had a Rangers shirt more recently than I had a Hearts shirt. I'd be happy.
Well, if you ever had a Rangers shirt.
Good question. I checked the wardrobe, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was one sitting in there, like.
Anyway, wrestling's pish. Let's not fucking talk about that here, but yeah.
No, but I'm not having that. The Dermot Desmond getting absolutely, abused because he had a game of golf. Come on. Play the game, son.
Yeah, Dermot Desmond and the rest of the Celtic board could come out and be like, listen here, you bunch of ungrateful bastards. We've delivered the best success this football club's ever seen. So, shut the fuck up and know your role, jabroni, for a wee wrestling reference in there. That's what they could say, though. No?
I
mean, well, no. What leg do Celtic fans have to stand on if the board, started getting a bit vicious and went, yous are ungrateful bastards. Look what we've done for you. Well, what can this... Oh, but you didn't spend 40 million to get us past Karat Almaty. That is more on Rodgers and the players. I'm not having Dermot Desmond and Michael Nicholson and the rest of the fuds at the Celtic board being at fault for that Karat Almaty 2-leg performance. That Rodgers and the players are more responsible for that than these guys. Yes or no?
Aye, sure.
I mean, yeah, aye, sure. Fucking, it has to be. Can only be. Anyway, let's get into this. Damning statement reads, so all 102 of them came together, and let's see what the brains behind 102 Celtic supporter clubs can come up with. And I quote, after a disastrous transfer window and failure to qualify for the Champions League, Celtic supporters are once again calling for urgent action to address the clear structural problems within the club. We demand full transparency from the board regarding its repeated failure to back the manager and reinvest our money into the playing squad. We also demand accountability, which course of action will be taken to ensure such a collective failure does not happen again. In addition, we highlight once more the club's lack of a coherent fan engagement strategy and call for a progressive, innovative approach to working with supporters. End of quote. Some big words in there. What do you make it?
It's just gibberish though, at the end of the day. It's just shite. Listen, you didn't have a great transfer window. It happens. I am sure there's other clubs out there that don't think their team had a great transfer window.
Yep.
I'm sure Dundee are thinking that they didn't have a great transfer window.
Oh, aye. Fuck aye. Absolute. Dundee have had an absolute shiter. I wouldn't say Celtic are the worst.
Aberdeen until the final day didn't have a great transfer window. It happens, There's, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, we didn't have one great transfer window, so let's throw the toys at the pram. Maybe you'll have a good transfer window in January.
Yeah. Now, they're talking about full transparency and accountability.
But bad seasons, bad transfer windows, it all happens, man. Bad performances, bad games, it happens. Bad signings, it happens.
Yes, no one's denying, right, that Celtic should have spent more money. I think we can both agree on that. They should have, right? I don't think there really should be a situation where they're spending literal... I mean, how much did they spend? 5-8. Celtic spent, I think it was about... Is it about 15 million, something like that? Right? I mean, it's not a ridiculous amount, is it? On top of it. I mean, no, look at this squad, right? Compared to that Bayern Munich game in February. They've added Tierney, which most people would agree is an upgrade on Taylor, although I think Kieran Tierney looks done. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate,
but on paper, when that was signed, that looked like an upgrade, so no faults there. Jota's out injured and they've lost Kuhn. So going forward, yes, they've lost a lot, but Nygren's looked alright. Don't really know too much about Yamada or this new guy that's been brought in. They could turn out to be great. They could turn out to be shite. Who knows? They've lost Ida, which, I mean, you've bashed Ida. What about your wee pals away, actually? Thoughts on it? You can't bash him anymore.
Yeah, Adamadea. Sad, but yeah, I'll need to find another Celtic player to...
Are you going to latch on to then?
I don't know. I mean, I've got a pick of the bunch. Like, they're all shite, aren't they? Like, so I could... Tell you what, Cal McGregor, most overrated player I think we've ever seen in Scotland. I'll stand by that.
We'll stand by it.
Alright.
Fair enough. Right, so we've got the 7 points to get through here. Right, let's start off with the first one. What is the club's long-term footballing strategy? When and how will this be communicated to supporters? Anything to add in that?
Well, they've had a long-term history of winning trophies lately, so I mean...
Yes, but see, the Celtic board came out and said, we don't have to explain ourselves to anybody. Our actions are on the pitch, and we've delivered trebles and doubles and, 13 out of 14 league titles. So, yeah, that's our answer. Get it right, Rooney. What have they turned around and said that?
What answer do they want? Oh, we aim to be getting to the Champions League latter stages within 5 years. Is that what they're looking for? Is that what they want to hear?
Yeah, I mean, they're never going to commit. We know what the world's like in 2025. See these businesses, even though it's a football club, right? But they blur the truth. They're never going to actually lay out the blueprints and tell you word for word what's going to happen. They're not. Right, we've got another one. Why has there been no investment in critical positions despite repeated pleas from the manager, obvious weaknesses in the squad and calls from supporters?
Why? Why is that?
We'll have to wait and see. What accountability measures are in place for repeated failures in transfer dealings? What do you make of, what's his name, Michael Nicholson, is it?
Why is it repeated failures in transfer dealings?
Apparently he's got social anxiety and he's too afraid to answer the phone. Thoughts on that? Not really the best guy equipped for it.
No, probably not. Maybe he should look for a different job.
But does he actually... See this social anxiety pish, man? It's off. It's been exaggerated through the roof.
Like, I would call that... I just don't like being surrounded by dickheads, and... I wouldn't call it social anxiety. I would just be like, yeah, I'd rather not be. I'd rather not be around these types of people. But yeah, that's what it is.
Right, how do you intend to modernise the club's structure to compete in Europe, and why are we consistently unprepared for qualification stages? Right, so again, I think Karat Almaty is on Rodgers and the players way more than the board. Yes, they could have strengthened, but come on, man, come on. If Brendan Rodgers is an elite coach, which he ain't, but they claim he is, he should be beating them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a number of reasons. You could argue it's the beginning of the season, maybe just not up to the current playing levels. Sometimes they're taking on teams for leagues that are already halfway through their campaign or whatnot, so they're at a disadvantage there. I mean, yeah, there could be multiple reasons, but it could just... Why can't we just put it down to the fact here, Brendan Rodgers had 2 games to get the job done, he wasn't good enough?
Yep.
Is that really the board's fault?
I don't think it is, but I mean, could we just be looking at a reason? Maybe could it just be that this war chest doesn't exist, and or it's been like greatly exaggerated? I mean, how much do people actually truly think's in this war chest?
I mean, the fact is, they could spend that 100,000 in one window, and you might
100
million in one window, and you maybe not even make a dent in Europe.
Yeah, no money was needed to get past Karat Almaty. No money. Right.
Like say if Celtic spent 100 million in this transfer window, right? Net spend 100 million, and they managed to improve on last year's performance, and instead of going out in the playoffs, they went out in the last 16. Would that be worth it? You certainly wouldn't make your 100 million back by just getting to the last 16 instead of the playoffs. Would that really be worth? Would the board look back and go, "Oh, here, we that was well worth the money spent. We made it to the last 16." No, and the board, the way that you could look at it and go, "Well, hold on, that's the same team that we had, albeit it's weaker now, but they were minutes away from forcing Bayern Munich into extra time."
No, Dave.
So, do they really need to spend 100 million more just to try and get to the last 16?
It might not happen this year. It might not happen within the next 5, right? But at some point in history, or in the future, I mean, Celtic fans are going to be praying and begging they were back to this point in their history.
Oh,
No, that's a fact. They will not.
Maybe a long time from now, like, but here.
It might be, and I might need to accept that. But see, 50 years, 100 years from now, this period, right, of like the last 15 years, will be looked back at, and the people overreacting like this are going to be laughed at to a degree.
Yeah, I still can't believe the amount of success Celtic's had, and this is the period of time where people are throwing their toys at the pram. Unbelievable.
Yo, and I understand. They should be spending more money. No one's disputing they shouldn't be. I think the fact that Rangers are spending over double when Celtic do need to strengthen is a problem. But I don't think it needs protests and banners being held up and chants to sack the board.
Well, hold on. Didn't all these people come out and make fun of Rangers when the 49ers came in and go, "Oh, you've only got 20 million investment, blah blah blah," and
yeah, no, because I thought they would spend it. Then you've got people. I mean, Chris Sutton making fun of Rangers fans walking out of the Bruges game. Oh, I thought Rangers fans didn't do walking away. Well, now Celtic fans, they're all pulling out of some cup scheme, a home cup scheme or something. They're not going to spend money for the Europa League packages. Sutton was talking about in his podcast that they're probably going to have to close the north stands and all that stuff like they did during the Ronny Daly areas. It's a pish look, isn't it?
it's no great.
Right, now, we'll quickly fly through these. They want to find out the results of the fan survey, which was held over a year ago. I don't know what questions were held in that fan survey, do you?
No.
Right, the Fairhurst inquiry, I don't know what that is. It's to do with policing. So, again, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Why does the club continue to resist working with supporters to improve matchday atmosphere, supporter experience and consolation on key issues such as ticket pricing and distribution? So, I mean, again, that's nothing real. I mean, there's a lot of points there, but the first couple of points are mainly to do with transfers. But if you were to back the Celtic fans or the board, who would you say is more in the right?
The board.
Got to go with the board then. Anyway, guys, that is it. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more from this. I think but see if there was no international break on, it would be toxic, wouldn't it?
I'm just no having it, man, that Ryan 118 can go to watch wrestling, but that Dermot Desmond can't play golf.
Yes, but what people are going to say is, well, Ryan 118 ain't a member of the board. He ain't the guy. Yeah, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I wouldn't be caught dead going to wrestling.
So hold on, so see if you're a billionaire and you're a member of a board, you have to have no life and sit at home and play Minecraft or something? Or else, if you're so what? Him playing golf somehow shows that he's not fully committed to the club and doesn't have the club's best interests.
No, it's kind of funny though because
how can Dermot Desmond playing golf not have the club's best interests at mind, but Ryan 118 watching wrestling in France during the Old Firm, that has the club's best interests at heart?
Yes, but what people are going to say is Dermot Desmond can actually do something. Ryan 118's just a fan. I know what you mean. right? I know what you mean. Dermot Desmond, in my opinion, should be free to do what he
Hold
wants.
on.
He's delivered success.
Wait,
His reign
but,
has...
but Dermot Desmond has done something. He's reigned over Celtic's most successful period in history.
Yes, I know. I'm not questioning why he can't go to golf courses and play 18 holes and do whatever. Oh, get a birdie there and a hole-in-one there. But at the same time, how's that relevant to Ryan 118?
Because he's bashing him, he's criticising him.
Well, no, I don't think he he shouldn't be. I don't think fans should be bashing Dermot Desmond.
He was like, oh, Dermot Desmond doesn't care about this club, he's out playing golf.
Celtic.
Well, you're watching Clash in Paris while the Old Firm's on, mate, so do you care about the club? Probably not.
A lot of Scottish football YouTubers are into the Clash in Paris.
I'm not even an Old Firm fan. I watched the Old Firm derby. And that losers in Paris. Watching some wrestling.
But he did say he watched it in a Paris pub though.
Aye, well, anyway, guys.
Your beef with Ryan 118.
What a good wrestling channel. Check out the Fog one.
Aye, we'll just declare it. We fucking hate it. I'm on the verge of getting it up. I hate it. The only reason I watch it is for money. So Fog wrestling.
Which is pretty shit, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Not Dermot Desmond level money we're making here. You know?
I'm not on a golf course. You know what I mean? But,
PGA Tour, that's the only golf course I'm on.
Aye.
It's in the game.
Aye.
Anyway,
It's in the game, but the board...
Will trophies be in the bag for Celtic coming into the season? I don't know. No, but I watched his vid, and I know you're going to... Oh, not him again. But, I mean, he is...
me.
No, but he is genuinely bashing Dermot Desmond, and his whole point was... We need to stop giving money to the club. This guy, we need to get him out. He doesn't care about the club. Celtic's doing this, Celtic's doing that, and he's busy on a golf course.
What I would say is...
well, your team's busy playing the first Old Firm game of the season, and you're busy in an arena full of smelly, unwashed, overweight fucking losers watching wrestling. So.
I could have almost qualified as Celtic Park there if he didn't say watching wrestling.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I just don't know why the guy that's brought all this success to Celtic's not allowed to. Why is he not allowed to chill and have some downtime and play a round of golf? But Ryan 118's allowed to miss the actual match, and you know, it doesn't make any sense. To wrap it up, right? What I would say is Celtic are on top, right? What's going to happen to this board and these fans that are boycotting matches and refusing to pay for things at Celtic Park, etc., refusing to buy kits, all that good stuff, right? What's going to happen when Rangers actually do get good and Rangers are winning league titles and taking a load of cups off Celtic? Are they just not going to turn up? No, answer it. What are they going to do? Well, I mean, if they're having a hissy fit now, I mean... What's it? Yeah. No, but that's the thing. Say Celtic improve in Europe, right? Say they start getting in to the last 16 of the Champions League, right? But so are Rangers, for example. But they're giving up way more league titles and way more cups, and it's more 50-50. Are they going to accept that? Are they going to be happy with that? No, I just think when you win 4 quadruple trebles in a row, it's all, some people have just taken it to, well, we should win everything now. And I think this current generation of Celtic fans are in that mindset where they believe they've got this God-given right to win every single trophy, and unless they do, then they're failing. I just, I don't understand it. I mean, Man United, look how shite they've been. Look at did their board never play golf? I think the Man United board takes the mickey, like. No, but I mean, all they stop their dinners. Is it not fair to say that like all billionaires that like run football clubs or have the majority share in football clubs, are they not like in their downtime? Do they not play golf, or are they not? Sailing their yachts, or do they not do what they want to do and how rich people enjoy themselves? I just think it's crazy that Dermot Desmond's being bashed here because he has a couple of rounds of golf with Rory McIlroy. Who cares? Yeah, if he wants to do that, then go ahead. Guess the problem is he's spending the Celtic support's money. Does it? Alright, so see the paying for Rory McIlroy's wee Tropicana orange. See the 49ers. See if the 49ers get to the Super Bowl final this year. Mm-hmm. Are the owners? Are they not allowed to attend unless Rangers have won the league? Oh, you can't go to the Super Bowl and enjoy yourself unless you've delivered title 56. I mean, where do you draw the line here? Well, hopefully they do deliver title 56. But anyway, folks, that is it. 102. Well, not if Russell Martin's a postman. No, definitely not. But 102 Celtic supporter clubs not happy. And I believe there's going to be more fallout from this. Brendan Rodgers, he could walk.
We'll have to wait. Will you make a Kelechi an actual good signing?
I mean, if you packed him on FIFA 8 years ago, you'd have probably been a wee bit buzzing, but
Nah, not anymore.
honestly, no.
Not anymore.
The
Anyway.
guy's probably like a non-rare silver these days.
Probably. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.